Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? It is your boy, the SMT. Want to wish you all a good day. I hope everybody is doing well out there. Kind of a midweek video for you today. We've got news from Consumer Cellular. I know this probably isn't going to affect a lot of people, but it is something important that's happening in wireless, and it's an important market for a lot of consumers. There's tons of money in it. It's big business, and this is obviously a transaction I think we need to pay attention to. And I'll kind of give my ultimate reason towards the end of the video. So, Consumer Cellular has officially been sold. We just got word from Mike Dano over at lightreading.com. You guys can check him out on Twitter, also on the website. I think what happens here is when you look at what Consumer Cellular is and what they represent, they're a company that I guess we'll just call an MVNO. They're basically a regional carrier, and they serve a very important customer segment. They are senior citizens, and in most cases, a very mature, aged consumer base. Cost-sensitive, fixed income. They're actually a pretty good value brand when it comes to cellular, and the network usage is pretty reliable, and customers seem to appreciate it. So, for the sum of $2.3 billion, the company has been purchased by a Chicago-based private equity group. I think the firm is known as GTCR. And looks like there was a bidding process. It was up for auction. So that being the case, they drew interest from tons of companies and people that we've probably heard of. Peter Adderton, notably one of the individuals that was involved in the bidding process, former head honcho and original founder of Boost Mobile, and prepaid consumer advocate. There were some other individual companies involved as well. Bidding for Consumer Cellular was pretty fierce from what I understand. It drew tons of interest from companies like Dish Network. They actually drew bids up to about $2 billion, and then they withdrew after that. Altice, Ultra Mobile, they were all in on that. There were many bidders up until about the $1.5 to $1.6 billion range, and once it got over that, a lot, withdrew their interest. Dish kind of topping out at $2 billion. Well, ended up selling for $2.3, so it didn't take much more to get the deal closed. Anyways, Consumer Cellular has an estimated 4 million customers. They also have about 2,000 employees. The deal could close as soon as the turn of the new year. Consumer Cellular is probably going to, share a lot of money with their employees. I know that their shareholders are going to maintain some sort of a minority position within the company's ownership group. Nothing is going to change immediately. I think we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But Consumer Cellular went up for sale in August, and it looks like that deal is happening. Now, in and of itself, like I said, this is not that big of a deal. As an individual transaction, it's not really going to shake any type of wireless industry. But here's what we're seeing. We are seeing the sale and the mergers and the acquisitions of companies across wireless telecom. This deal in of itself is not an acquisition or a merger of assets between larger companies and smaller companies based on wireless telecom. But it's, again, a situation where we're seeing companies that are smaller and regional selling out, and it looks like they're trying to get out. I think it's an indication that they understand that 5G is going to be a very difficult thing to manage. Building out a network, competing in wireless is a really difficult thing to do. I think they sense that. I think they know that. Maybe they weren't ready to take that plunge and go into this, and that's why they're withdrawing. We saw TracFone sell out to Verizon. That was a pretty big transaction. That essentially gives Verizon, 1/3 of the prepaid market in one single transaction, when Verizon really didn't even have a prepaid presence whatsoever prior to that. So, interesting development. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Consumer Cellular deal itself, and then maybe a discussion on what's going on with mergers, acquisitions, and kind of the shaking up of things in the wireless market. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Drop me a line in the comment section below. The pulse of the people, the SMT Nation, let your voice be heard. Thank you for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a share to all your favorite social media platforms. Thank you in advance for that. Also, check out some of the links in the description box. We have the SMT Patreon page. We also have the Twitter handle at SneedTech, And do check out the audio-only podcast available on all the major podcast platforms. And if you are new and have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.